What I've got here is a nice hot bowl, and a hearty bowl of succotash with bacon. Now I got a confession to make. I didn't used to know what succotash was. When we moved to Canada back in a long time ago, I used to watch the Bugs Bunny Roadrunner hour. I think it was on a Saturday afternoon. And always Sylvester the cat was trying to catch Tweety Bird, and he used to always say, "Suffering succotash." And I had no clue what that was. Finally, I tried succotash. A regular succotash is kind of plain. So years later, I pumped it up by adding bacon. Big chunks of bacon in here, a lot of it, and the way I cook it in the bacon, and the bacon, a little bit of bacon grease and everything, it just infuses the flavor into everything, into the beans, into the corn, into the onion. You know what's lovely about this? Including the salt and pepper, 6 ingredients. Quickly whip it together in the kitchen. Doesn't take long. And just that bacon flavor is through everything. And yeah, bacon does make everything better. It's a hearty dish. It's great in winter, like nice and hot. It's also good in summer. Let it cool down a bit. You can even make a cool summer salad out of it. Either way, it's delicious. So let's go to the kitchen and make some right now. All right, making succotash with bacon is really easy. Basically, we have 4 main ingredients and salt and pepper. And the thing is that the ingredients are really easy because what we're using here is we're using 1 can of, a 15-ounce can of red kidney beans, rinsed and drained. 1 15-ounce can of corn kernels, rinsed and drained. So really easy, just open up with 2 cans and rinse them and drain them, done. 1 onion, chopped up. Here we have a half a pound, or about 230 grams of bacon. Like you get the big block of bacon, and it's been cut into about 1/4 inch by 1/4 inch, or 5 millimeter by 5 millimeter pieces. Sometimes a little wider. It really doesn't matter. Around about that size. And if you wonder how that cutting is done, you can see that if you look at the sunny Mediterranean roasted chicken and vegetables. I showed in there exactly how we do that with some pancetta. In this case, we're doing it with bacon. You could use pancetta here too, but in this case, just bacon. If you can't get the block bacon, a thick cut bacon, and just cut it into pieces too, that's fine. First thing we're going to do is we're going to throw the bacon into here on a medium-low heat. So set that to medium-low. Toss the bacon in there. We're going to cook that bacon for about 8 to 10 minutes. I want to brown it, and I want to render some of the fat out of it so we have some grease for cooking our onions in and everything else, and it just adds flavor to everything. So, one more time, just quickly go over that while it's cooking. We have in here a half a pound of bacon, 230 grams, 1 onion, a can of red beans, a can of corn, and here we have a 1/4 teaspoon of pepper and a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. So, I'm going to cook that about 8 to 10 minutes, stirring it occasionally, and then we're going to come back. Whoops, we're going to come back and see. In fact, you see that, how that jumped out of there? That's why you could use a fry pan, but I'm a bit of a klutz, so I like to use a high-sided pan like this, and yet I'm using the bigger of my pots because it has more surface area for cooking on. But yeah, you can do this in a fry pan if you're not klutzy like I am. All right, so that's been about 8 minutes, and oh, our bacon's nicely browned. And we've got some fat has rendered out. That's going to be perfect. I'm going to add the onions in now, and I'm going to cook those onions, again, stirring occasionally, for about 5 minutes, just to soften up the onions and get them ready. Then we're going to add in all the rest of the ingredients. All right, so let's come back in another 5 minutes. Isn't this easy to make? All right, that's been about 5 minutes. Oh yeah, the onions are nicely softened. We've still got quite a bit of enough of the bacon grease in there to just be perfect. If you ever find that you have like a drier bacon, it's not streaky, and you look here now, it's a little dry, Well, just add a little bit of butter. But in this case, we've got just the right amount. It's looking good. Not going to need the butter. I'm going to add in the corn. I'm going to add in the red beans, red kidney beans, salt and pepper. Give that a good mix. Get that all mixed around together. Now what's going to happen here is we're coating everything with a little bit of bacon grease. Smells great. All right, so gonna cook that for about another 5 minutes, still over medium-low. What I'm doing here is more than anything, just warming up the corn and the beans and just kind of infusing that bacon flavor into them. So about 5 minutes is gonna do that. And then it's ready to be served up. You just serve it up in a bowl. This is one of the easiest dishes to create. Enjoy. Now, if you go to the link appearing on the screen, you can get the free printable recipe on our website. You'll also find a real easy to follow along recipe infographic, which visually shows you steps in making this really easy to make succotash with bacon. So go print out the recipe, have fun making and eating this delicious succotash, and make cooking fun again with Kuma's Kitchen.